Alrighty. So, I have a question for you guys. How extreme have you guys seen anti-vaxxers get? I really want to know. Because, and if you're watching this on YouTube, let me know in the comment section. Pause the video, tell me the story of the most extreme anti-vaxxer that you have met, or that you have interacted with, or even that you've heard about. Because this likely will take the top spot for you when we're done. So, before we do that, though, as always, we need to go into the fan art section. And we have a two-parter for you today. This one is very, very interesting. This one comes actually from YaraKoro. For those who don't know, YaraKoro is the official artist who does the merch for the channel, and also has done the studio for the channel that we have used pretty much since they drew it. Right now, we're obviously in Mad Monster Mansion because we are experimenting with game backgrounds again for a little bit, but we will be using the studio again off and on during the 24-hour stream, and we will be returning to the studio off and on as we go. But YaraKoro is the artist responsible for that. They also do video game stuff, as in, like, help make video games, and I've actually tested one of their games on stream. So, yeah, fun stuff. They're also a good friend. But this is fan art of YaraKoro stealing my clothes, which I don't know how much I actually appreciate them stealing my clothes. But they at least gave me the clothes of their OC, Zato, I don't know how to actually pronounce it, as we've never been in a voice comm. But at least they gave me their clothes to compensate for the thievery of mine, which, you know, I guess that makes it better that you stole my clothes, but I really would like mine. Also, why are the gems glowing? How did you gain that kind of power? I need to know, because I've never been able to activate the gems before. Anyways, as always, thank you for your fan art submission. Actually, YaraKoro became an official artist on the channel through fan art stuff. So they already know the spiel. But if anybody else would like to submit their fan art to the channel, the best way to do so is drop it into the Discord channel, and then it can be shown on future episodes. All right, with that said, this freaking 2.5-minute interlude is what happens when an artist who I actually know is the one doing stuff. Have you guys already written down your story, if you're watching over on YouTube, of the most just insane and or problematic anti-vaxxer? Cool. Let's go ahead and read this article about a Maryland man who's accused of killing his pharmacist brother to confront him for administering the COVID-19 vaccine. I'll take a minute to take a drink while you internalize that. So, that is certainly a thing. Let's go ahead and read the article. A Maryland man accused of killing his pharmacist brother, his sister-in-law, and an 83-year-old woman told his mother that he wanted to confront his brother over him administering COVID vaccines, according to charging documents obtained from Howard County District Court. Yeah, I know, Maryland and not Florida. Just imagine that. Jeffrey Allen Burnham, 46, also allegedly told a tipster that his brother was killing people with the COVID shot, according to the statement of charges obtained by CNN affiliate WBAL. Okay, so we're gonna click away from this for a second. We're gonna read the rest of the article, but I want to address the audience here. I want to address you guys, because this is important. Misinformation kills. I don't know how many times I have to say it, but we literally have evidence of it right here. Misinformation kills. I want you to imagine a world where this person didn't think that they had an excuse to kill their fucking family. Now, I know that there's going to be at least one brainiac in the audience who tries to say, oh, well, actually, this person was already unstable to begin with, and therefore they would have done this anyway. They would have found any reason to... No, bullshit. There's always a triggering mechanism. There's always something that points you into doing it unless there's, like, actual psychopathy involved here. But if somebody legitimately believes that you are trying to harm other people, and they think they're doing this in a form of self-defense or anything like that, then yeah, I'm sorry. The misinformation is the actual killer here. It is the thing that drove a man to kill someone. Anytime somebody's like, it's their freedom of speech! Yeah, it totally is. But this is the reason why COVID misinfo should not be allowed on places like YouTube. Because then private corporations are held accountable for that shit. What I'm saying is, call for an uprising. People like you legitimately lead to shit like this. Congratulations, sir. You can officially say that information that you push on the internet is part of the giant barrel and grab bag of madness that leads to people to commit actual murders. Just thought maybe we should point that out. All right, let's continue on with the article at hand. Why is it so hard to read it here? Burnham's mother called the Cumberland Police Department over her son's mental stability on September 29th, according to the charges and documents filed in Allegheny County, obtained by WBAL. That was the same day Cumberland police found the body of 83-year-old Rebecca Reynolds. They said that her car was missing. You know, Crush 40, I love your music, but this one just sounds like you're jamming in the back of a garage. And no. Collision chaos. That's nice and chill. Anywho, on September 30th, the Howard County Police Department said that they were searching for Burnham in connection with the shooting deaths of his brother, 58-year-old Brian Robinette, and his sister-in-law, Kelly Sue Robinette, 57, whose bodies were found that day in their Ellicott City home. Burnham was arrested on October 1st in Davis, West Virginia. Burnham was booked into the Allegheny County Detention Center on October 5th, where he is being held on charges of first-degree murder and unlawful taking of a motor vehicle in connection with the Reynolds case, jailed records show. Fairy Queen, thank you very much for redeeming your points for an oh well. Leave it to my audience to go, we're talking about murder? That's a perfect time for silliness. You know what? Honestly, I think that if there weren't a little silliness in here, we wouldn't be able to ingest this stuff without going absolutely insane. The world is mad, and we just have to go through it and cope the best we can. Burnham was booked into the county detention center where he's being held on charges of first-degree murder. We already went through that. Rebecca Reynolds' car was found near the Robinette's home. The charging documents say, and the couple's Corvette was missing. Burnham is charged with 2 counts each of murder and the first and second degree, as well as the use of a handgun and the commission of a crime in the Robinette's death, according to statement charges. CNN contacted the Allegheny County Police Defender's Office and the state's attorney's office for comment, but did not immediately receive a response. There does not seem to be anything else here. So let's look at the video that they actually have on this.
When you get a chip in your windshield, trust Safelight.
This couple was headed to the farmer's market when they got a chip.
We're just going to turn... Nope. That's an advertisement. Sorry, CNN, you are not above my plugging rule. So, while this advertisement plays and makes me suffer, I guess this is probably the best time to point out that... anybody who delivers COVID misinfo should go fuck themselves. And if they would like to fuck themselves in a way that is at least somewhat desirable, then they should probably go to DDLG Playground, where you can get plenty of things to go fuck yourself. You can use coupon code Suris to get 10% off of anything that you would use to penetrate yourself in any way, because honestly, that's what you should be doing anyway. But if you are watching my content, enjoy it, and everything else, then use that coupon code anyway to get something to reward yourself for the serotonin dump that likely most of my content is in the first place. But with that said, there, we went through it. let's go ahead and actually get to the video part of their article. See if there's anything else said in there that is not said in the written portion.
Brother over a COVID vaccine conspiracy theory. Court documents show that Jeffrey Burnham wanted to confront his older brother, who was a pharmacist, for giving people the shots. Burnham is also accused of killing his sister-in-law and an elderly woman. CNN's Polo Sandoval has more details on this. This is horrific.
Yeah,
Yep.
Brianna, charging documents newly obtained by affiliate WBAL show that Jeffrey Burnham's mother had initially called police. It's according to that report, and in that report, she claimed that she questioned her son's mental stability. That man, by the way, he's a 46-year-old Maryland man that's behind bars right now, accused of killing 3 people about a week ago.
46 years old, plenty old enough to distinguish between fantasy and reality, and yet COVID misinfo blurs that line so easily that here we are.
Among them, his brother, who was a pharmacist. Now, those documents allege that Burnham told his mother before the murders that he planned to confront his brother, Brian Robinette, over him administering COVID vaccines. Well, according to his mother's claim to police, Burnham had this bizarre and baseless belief that the government was using COVID vaccines to poison people and that his brother Brian knew something about it. Well, investigators in Howard County, Maryland, believe...
So he didn't just confront his brother because he was administering vaccines. He already thought that the vaccines were killing people and that his brother had secret knowledge? Is that what that reads as? Correct me if I'm wrong in the comment section below, but that's what that reads as to me. I did not realize how annoying special stage music was until right now. I'm sorry, everybody. Jesus Christ, that was grating. But no, point is, that is far more than just like, you've been told that the COVID vaccine is bad, therefore you go and confront your brother who's administering the vaccines. You legitimately think that your brother has secret fucking knowledge. Older brother, mind you. This is somebody who had been, like, if he's 47, his older brother was mid-50s, this is somebody who likely looked up to this person growing up. This is somebody who very likely, like, grew up admiring their elder brother, trying to be like them in some way, shape, or form, and yet, because of misinfo, because of people delivering really fucking shitty information to them, convincing them that the COVID-19 vaccine is either unsafe or is actually causing people to die, he thought that his brother was part of some kind of conspiracy theory and then went to go be a hero. That's sad.
That Burnham killed his brother and his wife, Kelly Sue Robinette, only after stabbing an elderly woman to death. Police right now alleging that the motive in the killing of 83-year-old Rebecca Reynolds was simply to use her car. Burnham was tracked down by police, charged with multiple counts of first-degree murder, and remains without bond. As of this morning, CNN did reach out to multiple authorities, waiting to hear back. That includes the local public defender's office and also the county state attorney's office, to try to hear and learn more about this case that is just bizarre as it is disturbing, Brianna.
Yep. No, that's fucked up. That whole thing is just... That whole situation is just so many layers of wrong. So this guy can't possibly see himself as a hero while he's behind bars right now? Probably not, but I guarantee you during the act, during the thing, nobody sees themselves as the villain. That's the thing. Each and every one of us, for the most part, we don't see ourselves as the villain in our own story unless it's in hindsight after we've been made aware of it. So he literally did a GTA in real life? Yeah. Again, though, most people feel like they can rationalize their actions. Like they can get away with things or that they are justified in doing them. It's the steps that lead them to believe that they are rational in the actions that they're taking, or the steps that lead them to rationalize those actions that we need to consider, that we need to watch out for. This is a fucking horrific story. There's nothing about this that is okay or good or even the mildest bit reasonable. It's kind of shaking, and it puts into perspective the kind of issues with people who peddle misinformation and think that it's just okay, and people who've built up audiences of gullible people who watch them receiving this kind of misinfo, anti-vax misinfo, and then just spout it over and over again and create a feedback loop for people like this. And then somebody dies. It's not just people who die because they're refusing to take a vaccine. There's also people who will commit legitimate murders in the name of fighting a life-saving drug. And that's honestly really horrible. With that said, though, if you guys found any perspective in this content, or if you would like to elaborate on the statements that you hopefully posted in the comment section belohand, let me know. Hit like if you can stomach doing that on an episode like this. And yeah, on that one, we're just gonna be popping out. Insert end of video tagline here. Hey, thank you so much for watching this video. It really means a lot to me. If you want access to behind-the-scenes content for the channel, please consider checking out my Patreon. I do weekly vlogs over there where I give real-life updates to what's going on behind the scenes on the channel, stuff that you don't really get over here and even on Twitch. Patreon also helps the channel's stability a whole lot. Without Patreon, I wouldn't be able to do this at all. Especially with the kind of content that I do, neither YouTube nor Twitch are the most stable sources of income. If you are a $20 and up patron, then you will be featured on the ending slides as shown in the beginning of the end credits. If you want to catch the streams where all this content comes from, then consider heading over to Twitch and following. And if you want to continue watching over here on YouTube, maybe consider clicking one of the end screen videos. And once again, I want to thank you so much for spending your time with me over on my channel. I wouldn't be able to do literally anything that I'm doing over here on YouTube without each and every one of you. So, thank you.